welcome again to Rags to Riches. And as you can see, some things have changed. I've gone up in the world finally, and I've hit a slightly elevated level of noobdom. So, yep, I'm now a silver player, which is still nothing to brag about really, but there we go, at least I'm going up. It's taken about 2 months, best part of 2 months to get here, so you know, give it another 4, 6, 8 months, should be in platinum. No problem. Anyway, one thing you might notice straight away is that I'm now in glorious widescreen. Oh, the 21st century, how I've missed you. So, I'm just going to show one game this time, and that's just going to be because I want to show the game that got me elevated to silver. Which is unfortunate that it's this game, because for all intents and purposes, this is a pretty lousy game, because I got cannon rushed. Yeah, And as you can see, I've just got one SUV. I don't really know how to deal with it. There we go. But I just accept it. Just power on. No problem. Keep scouting. No problem. So barracks go down. Decide not to take any gas at any point. I don't think. Not until later anyway, because yeah, I don't want to be wasting time. At the moment, what I'm trying to do is get the barracks down. See, I've got second barracks coming down because I want to get Marines out ASAP. So I have a quick scout of his base down here, and I see that he's, yeah, I know that it's definite that it's going to be a rush because he didn't have any other extra workers. So yeah, he's got a cannon up, and so from this point onwards, it's going to be pretty difficult for me to fight back to him until I've got a reasonable number of forces to actually do any sort of damage. I mean, the problem is with the proton cannons is they do a considerable amount of damage to Marines. You need at least, I'd say, about maybe 8 or so Marines to take down a cannon, and even then you're not going to be left with much afterwards. So as you can see, he's just powering around, popping cannons down in annoying places. Try and salvage my units as much as structures as much as I can, but I end up what happens is as soon as they've repaired up the base up to full HP, they sort of stop, I guess. So it ends up just getting dragged down. I don't really notice why. The one thing that was really annoying about this game is I was constantly battling with the AI for the Marines. I wanted them to stay where they were, and I kept on forgetting to put them into a stop command. So yeah, my command center goes down. Fortunately, as you can see though, I do have 400 minerals backed up, so it is not the end of the world. I plunk down a new command center, knowing that he still hasn't built any more. So all he's waiting for now is the GG. But I'm not going to give up that easily, and neither should you. So he's gone and put down a gateway to try and get some units out. Now the problem is he's in a very advantageous position at the moment. If he wanted to, at this moment right now, what he should have done is start pumping out more probes, getting his macro up, getting some actual base, getting an actual backup, getting an actual strategy going. Because right now, because he's just relying on this small income, he's allowing me to come back. See what he's essentially burrowed himself into a hole. So unless he can start macroing up, getting some units out, he's not going to win. As long as I'm set up, I'm fine. So he tries to get this base off as well. Fortunately, I think I see it just in the nick of time and come out. I think he gets a little bit of damage off on me, but yeah, no problem. Clear that up. Marines are good. The only problem I'm having though is I can't obviously just send Marines in, because against 4, 5, 6 proton cannons, they're not going to do that much. and they'll probably just end up getting taken out. So at the moment I'm just trying to spam as many Marines out as I can. I'm trying to get as many SCVs out as I can. I'm trying to put more barracks down to get more Marines out. I'm panicking. I don't feel like I've got it under control anyway. So he's got a few zealots out now. I do try and back off a little bit to try and take it out, as I know that pylon's there. So I thought maybe that might be the key one to take out, but unfortunately it's not. And I'll lose the majority of my Marines doing that. Meantime, he's trying to rush the bottom base again, so I'm constantly running back and forth with Marines. And of course, I'm getting now, because he's destroyed most of what was previously my supply. I'm having to obviously just build a new, but on a second base. I banked up quite a few minerals though, so I decided that I'd go and put a backup base. Just because I can't see what he's doing here, and I know that he's got at least a gateway there. I know he's producing units. I know that he could have potentially built up a fair amount of forces behind there. Or I assumed that he might be macroing up somewhere because I've not checked the second or the third. So if he was doing the smart thing, that's what he'd be doing. He'd be macroing up behind this. At the moment, I'm just essentially insulting him. He's tried to go for this really quick win, and it's not paid off. So what he should be doing now is building up a second force to really smack me down. But he's not doing that. Instead, he's just trying to fiddle out a few units in a vain hope that I'll give up. But as you can see, I've got 2 barracks down now. I've got a second command centre down here, although obviously I'm ignoring it because I'm constantly microing these Marines. Because as I say, as soon as these Marines see something they want to attack, it's a bit like if you've ever seen the film Up, and the dogs that can see the squirrels. So as soon as they see them, it's squirrel! That's exactly what they're like. It's just a bit annoying, especially when you just want to keep them in a position. So you see them split just then. The stalker! Kill it! So yeah, I'm finally focusing on this base a little bit here, and as you can see, he manages to destroy that second barracks. But that's no biggie, because I've got 2 more barracks here that are still producing units for me, and those supply bots again. No problem, no problem. So, I decide to start getting some gas in. The problem is these stalkers are proving it a little bit difficult. So I think what I end up doing is actually just pulling everything off here and taking it down to another base. Down here. Or down here. Obviously I've got this factory up because I want to try and get some cheap units down to his base. I've scouted it, and I'm not showing it, but I have scouted this base a few times to see what's going on. So I know that he's definitely not doing anything. Scan goes down there to see what's going on up there. And I think it's at this point that I decide to pull everything off this mineral line, because it's too annoying that he's coming, just being able to come down and snipe things off every now and then. See, he's obviously not got enough firepower to take out all the Marines. It's not going to stop him from trying though, but well, there we go. So yeah, there we go. So all my minerals that I've been banking up I've now put into units and buildings down here. By this point I'm more or less completely set up again. I'm essentially on 2 bases, and he's still on 1, and very poorly on 1 at that. So he's still trying to poke down with the stalkers, but I've taken on my SCVs off here. He can come down and attack, and that's no problem. Not really anyway. So up to his demise. If he had built another base, this obviously wouldn't have worked. If he built some defences, this obviously wouldn't have worked. But all I need to do now... Oop, what have I done? I pressed something. Oh dear. Ah, I went to the end. And someone's calling me now. Let's just go on. Let's see, let's just fast forward a little bit. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so all that happens is really I just get these Hellions to come in, take out all his probes, and they're typical, not even a GG. But yeah, there we have it. And that's that. So yeah, this is the game that got me to silver. I wish it would have been a better game, a better victory, to be honest. But there we go. That's how it happens. But yeah, Silver League, onwards and upwards.